All right, everybody. Welcome to the video. Welcome to the flea market. Here we are. We're coming down another section where I don't usually. That man looks shirtless. um, but it's not that hot yet. Um, Coming down another section here that's usually open Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Actually, there's not that many vendors. Sometimes there's the vendors here on the other days. It's just everyone's more concentrated towards the front of the flea market, and this back section back here just isn't even open. They usually don't assign vendors there. There's just not that many vendors that come on those days, which are Wednesdays and Fridays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Sunday being the biggest day of them all. So I'm gonna come back here because I haven't been coming back here, and I want to see what's here before the end of my flea market day, which I would typically walk from the front and then work my way back this way. So I'm going to start this way, work my way towards the front, but I think on this day I kind of stop in the middle. I just kind of I got to the usual vendors that I wanted to and got some good stuff. And I only wanted to spend about an hour here because I did want to move on to some Goodwills as well today. But I'm working my way towards the back. Working my way towards the back here. Nice day today. Very nice. Nice, cool morning. This is what we're used to over here in the Bay Area, San Jose, California. Nice cool mornings, and it will get hotter towards the middle of the day, about 80s. It's about typical for the summer, but we do have hot days. Once it gets over 90, we're done. We're toast. And then the closer you get to the coast, obviously the cooler it is. Still gets warm, but starts off cool and then gets cooler quicker. This guy over here, not this one here, the one over to the left side, which I'll pan over to shortly. Storage locker buyer. Usually buys like high-end, not this one. Pan back around. Usually buys high-end lockers. I don't know where they get their lockers from. Don't really know him. Haven't really talked to him. He's the guy in the far back in the black jacket and the sunglasses. But like sometimes he'll ask. Sometimes he'll have a price already in mind, but he's already looked everything up. And if he doesn't know the price, he'll look it up on eBay first. So you gotta be cautious. I have purchased stuff from him before, but it's usually too much. Usually it's too much to resell, that is. We're here in the electronics section. That's an HDMI. It's called a KVM switch, and what you do is you plug in a bunch of HDMI devices like computers or like a DVD player, your PlayStation, and then you would hook that up to a TV. So you would use one TV and then you have multiple devices. I know a lot of TVs have multiple inputs already. This will just give you a huge variety of them. Then we have some of the what I call like the retail people over here. They sell more your newer stuff. And they charge the newer prices close to retail. Not usually full retail, but they will charge closer to retail. Usually 5 to 10% less than retail, which is still a good, it's a good deal if you don't want to pay the the full price of retail. This guy here, he sells a lot of antique, vintage stuff, very curated. Usually he's over at another flea market in our area that really focuses in on the collector market, and so they ask collector prices on things. There is another flea market in the area, but it is it's more geared towards higher end. It's over in Dianza, which is in Cupertino, which is not too far from where I live. But it's more, and a lot of these vendors do sell over there. It's part of these wallets here. I thought that was a Toomey wallet. It had the look, but I think it was like an airline brand. And so a lot of these vendors do sell at the local flea markets in the area, and um, they will bring stuff for specific flea markets. So the Dianza one is more of a higher end. It's over by Apple headquarters. So they know this, and they will bring stuff that's more higher end, that they can get more money for. And it's just that, for resellers, it's a little more difficult trying to find things that are priced so that way we can make a profit. This is a Disney Loungefly. Not sure if this is from the parks or from like the box lunch store online. The Loungefly stuff that's more desirable are the ones that are actually from the parks. I sold a castle bag that we had purchased at the parks years ago, and sold for I think $900. So keep her out for the ones. It should say Disney Parks on the inside tag. She wanted a little bit too much for that. Wasn't going to be able to make a good profit on it. But you got to know your flea markets. This one here has a good mix of high end, low end, and you just got to know who you'll actually learn as you go to the. If you have a local flea market, you'll get to know the regular vendors that are there, and you will eventually know like who you can buy from to resell online. And don't make it a secret. I mean, everybody, a lot of the people that I deal with regularly, they all know I resell, and I'm also a collector too. So they know what I like to collect, they know what I like to sell, and they will let me know if they have anything. I do have swap phone numbers with a lot of people here, and they will send me messages or pictures of things if they come across it, and they'll ask me, hey, you want to come look at this? Do you want to come? I'll be at the flea market, and then we usually make deals on the side, and yeah, it's beneficial for both of us. So a lot of older stuff here, a lot of older 90s, maybe early 2000-ish items. That Y2K era, maybe a little bit older, but I was looking for something to draw me in. Back to school week for our kids, so schedules were gotta get used to a new schedule. So I'm a little out of it today, a little bit, not 100%, not 100% in the game. So I may just on this trip I was kind of like, all right, I'll just glaze over the usual, all the vendors that are here, but I want to get to the people that that I regularly buy from. Bunch of toys. A lot of high-end stuff here. There's going to be a high-end price attached to a lot of these things. This is a Microsoft Surface. I was kind of looking out for them, but not anymore. I think I need a bit of a. I'm looking out for a laptop with a little more horsepower. But these Surfaces are really nice. They're touchscreen. They're tablets. They run Windows. This one was just a bit older. You have to flip up the little tab right there, and that'll tell you like the model number, how much storage it has, and I think it had a Windows 7 tag on it or Windows 8 tag. A little bit older. I was looking for one that I can upgrade to Windows 11. For those of you that are interested, if Windows 11 has a certain, you can't run old hardware on Windows 11. There's a certain cutoff point, and it's all on Microsoft's website. You'll be able to look it all up to see if your hardware is compatible with Windows 11. And I'm trying to move all my computers over to Windows 11, but I wanted a Microsoft Surface that I could have Windows 11 on. That was not going to be it. And these bins over here, one thing that was kind of putting me off to these bins was how neat they were put together. And they're all in those. These bins are from Costco. The black and yellow bins. You get them from Costco. I mean, you probably get them anywhere, but I'm pretty sure they probably got them from Costco because Costco's a great deal on these. I don't know if these are actually their bins or they found a locker with all these bins. But usually when, these people that are buying storage lockers and you come to the flea market, you go through it, It is not that well put together. Things are just thrown in there. These are just a little bit too neat, which leads me to believe maybe they've already went through everything and took out all the good stuff already. Maybe they sell online. I don't know these people. But I am gonna, because I wanted to go over to the corner booth. I do buy from her pretty regularly over in the corner. I'm not gonna buy anything today. Usually on Sunday she brings out her better stuff. But I wanted to go check out that corner booth really quick, and then I was gonna look up those softballs, because softballs, baseballs can go for pretty good money. I've said it before, like the baseballs, Major League baseballs. The official Rawlings ones, $20, $25 if they're brand new. Usually about $10, maybe $15 if they're used in decent condition. But even softballs are worth it. So I was going to look those up really quick, and I'm going to circle back around and see what she actually wanted for that. The cha-chinging you hear in this video is, while I'm doing this voiceover right now, is eBay. I don't know how things are going for you guys out there. If you're watching the video, you're probably a reseller, or you like to shop at flea markets or Goodwills, but things have been slow online the last couple weeks. We'll admit that, but I think I said this in yesterday's video. Every business, there's slow times in businesses, but over the last few days here, things have really started picking up. So could be because everybody's back in school now, so less, everybody's back from vacations and stuff, back at work maybe. Look at the hats. I found some great hats, some what do you call it, True Religion hats. Always be on the lookout for True Religion. I have one more left. Been sitting for a while. I bought them a while ago, but I ended up getting 5 hats from her, True Religion hats, and they all sold for over $100. So we're back at. I'm fine. I found that those softballs, if you have them in a lot, maybe 2 to 3, they go for about $20. I wasn't really comfortable with the sell-through rate, and I was comfortable with paying $2 each on them. She wanted 5 a piece. Okay. And there were about, I think there were 10 there, so that would have been $50, and I wasn't comfortable with the sell-through rate, and I wasn't 100% sure. I wasn't familiar with the brand either. But they were all brand new in the box, and I'm gonna pass on the deal. She didn't want to go any lower. She said if you buy more, you get a better deal. I'm not sure what her deal would have been. Maybe it would have been $4 a ball, which still wouldn't have been a good deal, in my opinion. Those VR headsets, don't bother with those. They aren't worth anything. I see them all the time. I think that's the one where you put your phone in it. The only VR headsets that are worth anything are the Oculus, the Quest, or the Oculus Rift. Another company called HTC makes the Vive, V-I-V-E, which does pretty well. And then there is Valve makes the Steam VR headset, so do look out for that as well. That one actually really high end. So if you do find that one, that'll probably go close to $1,000.
No? Okay.
She's shaking her head to my offer, and I said, I'm out of there. Well, I said it in my head. I'm out of there. Not going to waste any time there. And you, like I said, you will learn, which vendors you can deal with and which ones you can't. I thought this ball was kind of cool. It was a Coors Light soccer ball. It looked pretty well used, so thought about getting it. It was kind of cool. It was, beer advertisement. I walked around the other side. Nothing really there at that corner, but there is some good toys. I do know this guy at this booth here. I haven't seen him in a while. But one thing I spot right here is a Toy Story claw machine plush. And I just really
It's from,
like
Toy
that
Story.
scene. I'm not a huge Toy Story fan, but I really like
That's
the
cool.
Pizza Planet
Like that.
scene from Toy Story,
Pretty good shape.
and
I
especially the
know, I
claw
like
machine. I
one of my
finally
favorite
got the
movies.
one from Disneyland, the actual claw machine with the little with a working claw. Finally got it. I saw this plush there. Didn't know it existed. Might go in my collection as long as he doesn't say it's $100 or my top dollar would be $20
No,
on
it's
that.
mine.
But
I'm gonna find out. I think he's on the other
but
side.
I really wanted it for my collection. And I ended up getting a couple things for 15, and I find some Legos here as well too. So definitely gonna. I didn't even know it was him because I haven't seen him in a while. So I'm gonna put this in my cart. Not every vendor is like really cool with you putting stuff in your cart before paying or whatever. I do know this guy, so I'll usually stack my cart first, and then go over there and settle up the deal. But the stuff he has is always it's not like I buy an abundance from him, but some of the stuff he gets is really good, and we're gonna find something really. I mean, that one plush goes for, I think, last sold comp around $30 on it, so not bad. A vintage hat, but it's broken. Found some really cool computer stuff that I purchased off him that I've sold for a few $100s already. Several $100s I've sold it for. Internal components. And I continue to buy internal PC components from him because everything I buy works and it's clean and they sell. So, but he doesn't have a lot of it. Like, he just gets like one or two pieces. So it's kind of odd. I don't know where he gets his stuff from. I really haven't talked to him about where he buys his stuff from. But as long as he keeps bringing it, some people don't really like to talk about that. But it doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to go looking for it. If it's here at the flea market. So I'm going to spot here a box. Like I always say, open up boxes. And here we go. We have a Sony MP3 player. It's like a pen style. It is called the. Flash it. I'll in the towards the end of the video. We'll get more into it. But that was a really good buy. Really sweet find. Wouldn't have found it if I wouldn't have opened the box. That's vintage, early 2000s, before the iPod, maybe before the iPod. I'm not sure. But I remember they were making all kinds of different styles of MP3 players, and that's a cool find. This is just a Bluetooth speaker, nothing really fancy there. I might have bought it if the charger, it had a micro USB plug on the back, and the more modern ones have USB-C style of plug. So if it was more modern, I probably would have bought it. Keyboards. We did have a laptop not too long ago that I was like, man, I should have bought that. It was a really good deal. I ended up passing on it. So this guy, I kind of wanted to take a look at what this guy is looking at over here. So
how's it going, man?
Oh, now that guy's right next to me. So not really too much here. What I didn't show you in the video, what I didn't get on video, was the Legos he had behind him. I didn't kind of turned off the camera. Then I noticed the Legos back there, and I'm like, hey. And so we did make a deal on Legos. I think I will be that will be on the camera soon. There's a plant guy. All kinds of little knickknacks, and I'm looking for something. you know, I kind of just on these trips I don't really want to just buy to buy. I want to make sure that we're buying good quality stuff. That if you guys see it, and you saw, hopefully you saw my video and you guys see that stuff out there, that you'll know this is good stuff to be purchasing and try to sell for profit.
No.
This is just it's not even really.
Time to move on down the line.
I mean, I wouldn't even pick this stuff up
That's right.
regularly. That guy there, he was chit chatting and he kind of reminded me of the Storage Wars guy, Daryl Sheets. Kind of look like him. But we're moving on.
I don't see you shop very often.
Looking at all this tech stuff. I always get suckered into the tech. My wife says, "Oh, look, there's cords for you to look at." Like, oh, I'm not necessarily looking at the cords. But the cords could mean they have other computer stuff or electronics that have value that I do want to resell or keep. Maybe I want to keep it. There we are. But overall, it was a nice day at the flea market. Nice day to be at the flea market. I was going to try to get out the next day to the flea market, but I was kind of busy. Had some stuff going on at home that needed to get taken care of. So I was like, all right, well, I'm glad I got to the flea market. I'm glad I got out to the flea market on Thursday. And we're going to turn that corner and keep on looking. Well, actually, I'm going to slice down right down the middle here because I was like, I already saw what was over there. This person on the corner, they do have some good stuff, but again, it's priced up. They had some really cool Limax Christmas Town, which is definitely a bolo for the right price.
Sweet.
Trying to squeeze by this cart right here. Then I'm gonna cut over through those containers. Those containers are actually you can rent those here at the flea market. They're here all the time, and you can store your merchandise in those. Would I do that? Not really. There's billions of squirrels at this place, and I'm pretty sure mice and rats. In the evening, this is a what do you call it? a drive-in. So I'm pretty sure there's lots of food for all these animals here to eat. I'm pretty sure they know how to get inside those metal containers. I'm not gonna put my stuff in there, but a lot of people, they do rent those out. Oh, here we go. So I got that. I got the Toy Story. This is the MP3 player with the software, mind you, which is kind of rare to see. Here's the Legos I bought right here. I think in the deeper dive, I think it's 2004, 2006. But this is the Troll series. I don't remember that from Lego, but it was the only bin he had with minifigures in it. The other one just had a bunch of pieces, so. Not interested in just pieces. I have a bunch of pieces already. But the minifigures, yes, those are the ones I'm definitely after, the minifigures. Typically, I don't find anything in this section over here to the right. Not typically. Everything's, everything can change rather quickly. But that's why I'm just kind of walking past it. This guy over here to the right, prices are pretty up there. Yeah, sometimes I can find good stuff, but everything's usually around $20 when I seem to ask him. Now we are coming over to another one of the retail guys over here. I saw that soccer set and that was kind of cool. But then I see the Lego of the Batman one. Oh yeah, that one's cool. And so, like I said, these vendors that sell what I call retail vendor, the retail side of things over here, you'll get it for a little bit less than retail. So, good deal if you're buying for yourself. For resale, not really that great, but I'm happy to pay the $30 for it because I'm going to put it into my collection. And they usually don't.
I'll take that.
These people that sell like the retail side of things, the retail stuff, the new stuff, they usually don't negotiate. So the price is what it is.
1, 2, 3.
I've tried.
Thank you.
Believe me, I tried to negotiate, and you can't. They know what they got. They know it's a better deal than Target. That set goes for $38 at Target right now. So $30 isn't bad. I was just trying to double check to make sure that I did get a good deal on it.
2006 Lego Dragon.
All right, we were just trying to jog down to this area over here. Get back to this this side. Another person I buy from regularly. Her name's Lupe.
The speedometer stuck on 69.
People are all trying to make a deal over here to the left. I don't know what's going on. But everything's $1 here. Kind of cool, but people aren't really flooding that. Usually when people say $1, people like flood that area. So here we are. We're at Lupe's section here, and not too much for me. Not too much. And I think I've gone through a lot of this stuff that she's already brought. But I'm gonna spot these shoes right here, and I have no clue what they are, but they have a Nike symbol on them. And it turns out they're a pair of dunks. They're like some dunk, like wedges, like high. What are they called? But they're kind of cool, and they're Nikes, and they're dunks. Dunks are popular. There you go, sky high dunk wedges. Now the key to these ones are the insole. The insole is thick. I guess that's providing the wedge. And then it just has like the cutouts on the side. Summer is coming to a close, but I still think these will sell pretty well because they are Nike and they are Nike dunks. So pretty cool finds. You saw them there on the screen. The other shoes, I did, kind of look up the other shoes. Not really worth it. I didn't want, I don't want to put, as far as shoes go, I don't want to put anything that's not going to sell really quickly or that's not, higher end in my store. Just because regular shoes, and by regular shoes, I mean, $20, $30, $40 shoes just aren't really a good, the profit for me just isn't really good right now. So I'm not going to put it in my store. But these dunks, I definitely will. And then we're going to scope out, see what else she has. But nothing really too much here at her section here at the flea market. Maybe there was some there might have been better stuff I would have gotten here earlier, but you never know. You never know. The backs of I might have bought those Hello Kitty ones. They're Hello Kitty, but the backs. It looks like someone was using them as slippers and just stepping on the back of them, so the back was completely crushed. The heel support was crushed. So let's check out these Converse. They were interesting, different, and I thought, if there's some dunks here, maybe those. Nah. I have Vans. Typically, Vans are, around $20-$30 or so resale. Some will go for more. Some, so you gotta look them up, but typically Vans $20 or $30. And so those dunks were end up paying $10 for those dunks. So I asked her just the shoes, like how much the shoes were. So I'm assuming each shoe was $10 a pair. Some more Vans. Nothing fancy though. Probably like 20, maybe $30 for those. Lots of movies, but I don't deal too much in movies. There are people that come and go over, go through all those movies. So I'm pretty sure all the good ones are already gone. What's in there? Just some glassware, stemware. Looks like. I think those were. Actually, I'm not really sure what those were. They were some sort of a remote or something. Looks like a digital picture frame. Which those are a dime a dozen. They're not worth. Digital picture frames are not worth it. They're everywhere. They're at the Goodwill. They're at the flea markets. Not good. And I was looking over the table. I don't think she didn't have that much, higher, because her higher end stuff will be on the table. That's what I'm going to be looking out for. So I don't think she really had too much this time. She was kind of working on getting the jewelry out, and the jewelry isn't really that great. I mean, it's all costume, nothing really designer. So I'll take a peek, but I won't really not really so much a buyer. They were discussing something about a purse of some kind that everybody was looking at. And I didn't get I got a look at it. I wasn't quite sure what the purse was. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I think it was like a Louis Vuitton or something, but I think they were saying it goes for about $300 or ask $300 for it. But still looking for something. What else can I buy? What else? I want to give her all my money if I can.
Sorry.
In return for good items I can sell. So nothing really that great. I mean, other than those shoes. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do the shoes, and that's it. Next vendor over here, I'm spotting some plush, some older plush. I saw the Barney. The Barney kind of drew me in right there. I probably should have looked at that, at that monkey. That might be like a Paul Frank. The ear was kind of messed up, but it might have been worth it. Who knows? But the Barney was what I was looking at. That's what I had my eye on the whole time. It's an older Barney from the 90s. So that's going to be a good buy. And then this dinosaur is an older plush dinosaur. Wasn't 100% familiar with the brand, but the subject matter, the colors, just scream vintage. This is an older, like a nylon style of plush. This is a bag, and I'm pretty sure I could sell this bag pretty good. It reminded me of those bags that look like Crocs.
$5, okay.
They're made from the same material as Crocs. They look like a giant Croc. And this one had like a rubber bottom material, almost like a tire material on the bottom there. This was older though. This is older. This is probably from the 90s, probably from the same era as that Barney. It was from Kmart. It was brand new with tags. A little dirty, but brand new with tags. So I'm definitely going to snag that as well too. I think I get it all for about close to $10 for all those. And the Barney goes for about 20, so I want to take a look and see what else is in there, see if there's anything else.
And then the bag here?
From that era.
$5? Okay.
Let
me give you 10.
I'm going to toss that in there. Got some great stuff. Oh, don't want to get him dirty. So, going to go ahead and pay the man.
All right, there's 10 for that.
Nothing really else. It's kind of like, what else is here? Definitely a lot of potential. Man with a helmet on. It's kind of man or woman. I wasn't quite sure. But yeah, nothing. I'm still trying to like. There's got to be. You know, I was trying to find. Sometimes you can get stuck in the the rabbit hole of. Man, I found this here, and then you keep looking. What else? What else could there be? And then you end up spending way too much time there than you should. Which in reality, you probably should have moved on to the next vendor and moved on down the line to see what else is out there that's profitable. That hopefully no one else is snapping up before you get there. See a purse, not really. My purse storage is getting a little backed up. I gotta start selling purses more here. I'm still scanning, still buying though. I'll still buy. If it's a good deal, I'll still buy. I'm just seeing a lot of 90s stuff here, so kind of hoping that there's other stuff. I mean, a lot of plush, which even vintage plush isn't really that great. That parrot might have been a good deal. Maybe like $15, $20. That parrot, it was an older one, but nothing really there. So we're gonna move on down the line. I know I bought some watches from this guy not too long ago, but nothing really. I'm scanning the tables, and nothing else really there. I'm trying to look over to the right as well. I see some boxes. There's Flea Market PD. Keeping everybody in line, keeping everybody in check over here. That guy in the back, he's a Costco guy. Anything here? And then the booth over here was where I got a lot of the magazines. Not the one with the truck, but a little bit further down the left, where I got all the magazines from. Spotted some old McDonald's plush. It was like Baby Kermit, and they were all dressed in Christmas attire. But this is where I got those 90s magazines, 90s, 80s magazines. These are more of the 90s, though. Some comic books. Nothing really that old. Probably from the 90s and early 2000s. So it wasn't really going to be worth it. I would be a buyer of the like graphic novels, the large like compilation comic book hardcovers, the Bart Simpson catalogs, still like fresh. But that's going to do it for the trip to the flea market. You know, got some good stuff. Definitely got some good stuff in there. But I want to move on down the line. I want to get over to Goodwill. Just tons of stuff to look at. I mean, I could spend hours here and pile even more stuff into my cart. But we're going to get moving. We're going to make some more videos. And right after I take a look at this, I thought it was in a Sony bag, but nah. Either way, here comes the recap of what I actually purchased and took home from the flea markets. Okay, everybody, welcome to the recap here. So, great flea market run today. Not a huge haul, you know. Again, You know, these videos aren't meant to be massive hauls that you see other people do. I kind of want to just, as I'm going to these places, like the flea market, the Goodwill, I kind of want to curate what I get. So that way, it's stuff that you should be looking out for, things that sell, that I know sell, and what else? You're going to make a good profit on these items. So that's my goal with these videos. I'm usually hitting, I'm spending one day hitting a bunch of spots to make these videos. So that way, you guys can hopefully learn, if you're just getting into reselling, what you should be looking for. I mean, this is the most important part right here, is sourcing your items, how much you're paying for them, where you're sourcing them at, are they going to sell? Which is why I also want to do the, which is also why I'm showing you as I'm flipping through my phone, what the comps look like. Because typically, I don't, sometimes when I am moving and picking up items, like when I'm doing a big flea market run, and my goal is just to accumulate product to list on eBay, I'm not doing much looking up. So I recommend you guys definitely look it up if you're just starting out. If you're, if you already, been doing this for many years, and you can kind of, you kind of already spot profit. Or if you're just a niche seller and you focus in on one thing, you probably are pretty familiar with items in your category. But let's get to the pieces here that I picked up. And first of all, we got some heat in this one. And first, let's start off with the smaller items here. This is a Cloud 9 plush. It is a vintage plush. And I picked it up because of its bright colors, the subject matter. It's a dinosaur. And it's very firm. I don't know if this could have been they might have put more. They may have put more plush into this. I see kind of a seam. I'm not sure if that's from the manufacturer or if someone kind of restuffed it. But it's a dinosaur. There's the thing, Cloud 9 plush. This should probably go for about $20 on eBay. Just a nice, vintagey, bright colors dinosaur, Stegosaurus. Great plush. Another dinosaur, but, cartoon dinosaur. And that's a Barney. And definitely something to look out for if you get it for the right price. Should go for about $20. Just a vintage Barney. There's the tag right there. 1992. Definitely look out for Barney and the characters. You want to get them, $1, $2, $3, $5 at the most. So look out for those. Barney. Good plush. Another plush, I haven't comped this out, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be like $20, $25. Is this, but this I'm probably going to keep. I don't know. I have this, I'm not really a huge Toy Story fan, but the aliens, the rocket ship scene, when they go to Pizza Planet, I don't know. I just really love that whole scene from the movie. And I finally got the claw machine that sold at Disneyland. I finally bought it this past year. I've been seeing it there, and we've been flying to Disneyland, but this time we finally did a road trip, and I was able to finally buy it and bring it home. So I did get the claw machine, and this is probably going to go with the claw machine. It's so cool, and it has all the figures inside. I don't think this is official Disney. And with Disney Pixar, there's the tag, but really cool. So this will probably just end up in my collection of toys, but definitely you could resell that. I mean, the price I got some of the stuff from the one vendor, I mean, this was included in a $15 haul, which, that will probably be $15 by itself. And then the rest of the stuff is actually pretty good, which I'll show you right now. The other thing I picked up was this bag. And the reason why I picked up this bag, Tech Sport, I think this will sell for about $20, $30. It's brand new. I mean, it's not the best quality made, but it is vintage. And a lot of bags, which I bought and sold before,
they have this style here of it almost looks like Crocs. I think it's made from the same material as Crocs. Those bags sell really well if you do find those. They're all like the silicone rubber bags. Look like a Croc, but it's a bag. And this looked like it too. This looks more like I don't know, like a tire tread on the bottom, which is one of the reasons why I bought it. Second reason why I bought it is because it has Kmart on there. This is a vintage item, and it's brand new with tags, which you would call probably dead stock. But just a great little bag. It's vintage. It's real. I mean, it's got some dirt and wear in there, probably just from storage, but it is new. I'll probably list it as used, or new other. But let's see what you see in there. But it's got a nice rubber bottom. It's got a drawstring tab. Back to school is in full swing. So I'm hoping that somebody will, like the vintage aspect of it. And the fact that it's brand new, it's from Kmart. When I was little, I used to live down the street from a Kmart, and Kmart was kind of like Target. They just sold a little bit of everything. They had games. I bought a lot of my Nintendo games from Kmart. It was right there. So just like all Targets are right there now. And it's a backpack too. So it's it's a backpack. It's a backpack bag, drawstring bag with a case. I don't know, a glasses case or something. Pretty cool. This is something I bought for myself, but you could definitely try to resell it if you find it for a good price. I think even $30 is okay for a resale on it. And it's DC. It's the scene from the first Batman movie that came out with the Joker when he shot down the Batwing. It was kind of like a strange scene because you see the Batwing and everybody was like, the Batwing, oh my God, the Batwing. And then next thing you know, it's shot down. So pretty cool set. I think for $30, it's a decent resale. It appears to be around between $50 and $60 resale, but that's with free shipping. So this is about, let's see what this weighs. I think it's going to be like a 2-pounder. So it might be close to $10 to get this shipped out. Yeah, it's going to be a 2-pounder. So if you get it for less than 30, maybe 20, 25. In stores, it's $37.99 at Target. And so I was happy to pay just $30 for it because it's going to my collection anyway. But if you can get it for under $30, I think it's a decent resale. And it should sell pretty quickly. It's Lego. It's Batman. It's Batman and the Joker. Classic set. Classic scene as well, too. That was from the Michael Keaton Batman, which, if those of you who saw Flash, Michael Keaton was in that movie. Okay, so then I went over to Lupe's booth, and I got one thing again to this trip to the flea market, and that's some Dunks. These are called the Sky High, what are they called? The Sky High Platform? Or Sky High Platform, I believe, or... Yeah, because it has this, it has this really thick, look at that. Really thick, make them more like a platform type of shoe style or wedge. And it is authentic. It's a completely authentic shoe. I've already checked it out. I mean, it goes for about $80. With the box, it's about $150. New, it's up to like $200 or so. So, pretty cool shoe. The only one I really considered buying just because the other stuff just seemed like it would sit for a while. This is just something unique. It's Nike. It's Dunks. It's got a cool style to it. It has the most important thing, it has the insoles. I mean, I think the insoles are what make this whole shoe. So it has the insoles. The summer is coming to an end, but it's still pretty summery around our area and other areas, even though it just rained today. So that should be like an $80 sale right there. That's probably about the lowest I'm going to take. I'm probably going to list them for about $120, and then I'll take anywhere in between $80 and $120 for those. So great pickup for $10. $10 for those. Okay. I'm filming this after the video. I haven't rewatched it yet. So I don't think I paid that much for these either with the bag. This was, I think, the most I paid up for a single item. Okay, moving on to the big profit here. This I got with that for $15. This, and then the Lego bin over here was 20. He wanted me to buy the other Legos, but there were no minifigures in there. This guy right here, this works. If you're old enough to know, this is an MP3 player. This is how we listen to music. Or maybe we did see these tapes, but then got into the early 2000s, and there were all kinds of different MP3 players before the iPod came out, and everybody started copying the iPod style after that. But they, you know, they were experimenting with different types of designs, and this is a Sony, the Sony, what do they call, music clip. I remember I had one. I had an MP3 player, which I really liked. It was a necklace. It had like a just a round kind of, you know, UFO-ish look to it, and the earbuds were built into the necklace, and I really liked it. I mean, it held maybe only 2 or 3 CDs worth of music, but that was perfect for back in the day. But this Sony one, I don't know how much this would have cost back in the day. However, one last sold comp, none listed, $115 for this guy, and this works. It has music on it. I've already tested it. I don't know. I might list this for $150, maybe $200, and accept an offer. But for like $7.50, not a bad pickup there. So definitely look out for these older MP3 players. Not the no-name ones, though. The no-name ones, I found, you know, don't really resell that well, but, you know, Sony, the old, like, Microsoft Zunes, old iPods. I mean, this will probably sell better than some of my old iPods I have. But look, it has the software with it. It has everything in here. I don't think these headphones go with it, though. It has most importantly, it has the cable you need to plug into your computer, because it has some unusual, I guess you can see that, has some unusual little plug on one end. So there we go. I don't know. I'm probably going to see $200 and see what happens. Throw it out there. It would be the only one that's listed. The other one sold already, $115, and it's working, and it has music on it. Okay, hope I'm not talking too fast, but this is another set here. This is from 1990. Where's the date on it? Where did it say that? 1998, if I remember correctly. Here we go. No, wrong. 2006. And this is the troll set of trolls. This is a troll warrior, and this was their ship. That, you know, here's the thing, like the pirates, like a pirate ship. This is the ship set. I forget the exact model number on it, but if you look up troll from 2006, it'll tell you what it is. We got the dragon here. Now this set, if it was complete, which it's definitely not complete in here, is over $200. It's like $250, I think. And then some of these pieces, like this dragon, it's not complete. It's missing one part of the tail here, but I think it was last sold comp was $79.99. And then I got a bunch of the figures, which I'll probably have to lot these up. These figures aren't worth too much. You know, maybe between $5 to $10 a figure, so I might just lot these up. But then I saw some of like the pieces to the ship, like the hull and stuff, were last sold for $75. So probably about another 100, maybe 150 in here. Maybe about 150. This is not something I'm going to keep. Oop. Not a set I'm going to keep because that doesn't belong in there. It's not something I really collect as far as the types of Legos I like. But that's pretty cool. So when it comes to Legos, definitely look out for the sets or the pieces that are more unique, especially like this dragon. As you can see, the mold for that. I mean, I don't. Yeah, they may have used this for something else, but you know, with these unique molds that they use to create their figures, you know, sometimes they use it and then that's it. They use it for that set, and you might not even see it again. And sometimes it might not have even been a popular set when it first came out, but then a few years down the road, it becomes super popular and everybody wants it and people are going to pay up for it because it's not around anymore. So that's a great haul. Great haul. I don't know, $500 in stuff. I took $100 to the flea market, turned into $500. Pretty good deal. Definitely paid for my one splurge. And I'm gonna get all this stuff listed today. We'll see how it does. And we'll catch you guys in the next video. Have some more Goodwill stuff coming up. And what else? That's it. Appreciate the new subscribers. Thank you guys for watching. And please give me a thumbs up. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this haul. I think it's pretty good for about the hour I spent there at the flea market. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching.